Can I interrupt you for a moment? Do you know about jazz music?
I'm not familiar.
You're not so familiar. Thank you for your time. No, thank you. Jazz music. Are you familiar? No, thank you. Jazz music.
Jazz music.
Yes.
Alam ko eh.
Hindi ka alam. Thank you. Ikaw po, alam mo ba kung ano ang jazz music? Not so familiar. Thank you. I already asked them about jazz music and still a negative answer from them. I live.
I speak, I feel, I live, I've learned.
Yan lang. Tagatindi din na yung musikero. Alam mo na, nakalaga lang ano sa ano. Ito, chess! Ito ang nagpapasis. Just not chess. Chess.
Jazz!
Wala pa kami kaalam ka na dyan.
Anyways. In the age of jazz, way back the 1950s, there are lots of celebration every evening, and of course, booze, talents, and pleasure. This is my batchmate, who's the singer. So this is the recent generation of bars who's present in the locality.
No matter how hard I try,
What jazz are you talking about? Jazz is a music genre that originated in the African American communities of New Orleans, United States. It originated in the late 19th and early 20th centuries and developed from roots in blues and ragtime. Jazz is seen by many as America's classical music. Since the 1920s, jazz aids. Jazz has become recognized as a major form of musical expression. It then emerged in the form of independent traditional and popular musical styles, all linked by the common bands of African American and European American musical parentage with a performance orientation. Jazz is characterized by swing and blue notes, call and response vocals, polyrhythms, and improvisation. Jazz has roots in West African cultural and musical expression and in African American music traditions, including blues and ragtime, as well as European military band music. Intellectuals around the world have hailed jazz as one of America's original art forms. As jazz spread around the world, it drew on national, regional, and local musical cultures, which gave rise to different styles. New Orleans jazz began in the early 1910s, combining earlier brass band marches, French quadrilles, big wind, ragtime, and blues with collective polyphonic improvisation. In the 1930s, heavily arranged dance-oriented swing big bands, Kansas City jazz, a hard-swinging, bluesy, improvisational style, and gypsy jazz, a style that emphasized musette waltzes, were the prominent styles. Bebop emerged in the 1940s, shifting jazz from danceable popular music toward a more challenging musician's music, which was played at faster tempos and used more chord-based improvisation. Cool jazz developed near the end of the 1940s, introducing calmer, smoother sounds and long linear melodic lines. The 1950s saw the emergence of free jazz, which explored playing without regular meter, beat, and formal structures. And in the mid-1950s, hard bop emerged, which introduced influences from rhythm and blues, gospel and blues, especially in the saxophone and piano playing. Modal jazz developed in the late 1950s, using the mode or musical scale as the basis of musical structure and improvisation. Jazz rock fusion appeared in the late 1960s and early 1970s, combining jazz improvisation with rock music's rhythms, electric instruments, and highly amplified stage sound. In the early 1980s, a commercial form of jazz fusion called smooth jazz became successful, garnering significant radio airplay. Other styles and genres abound in the 2000s, such as Latin and Afro-Cuban jazz.
What jazz are you talking about?
Slick your hair and wear your buckle shoes, and all that jazz. I hear that Father Dick is gonna blow the blues, and all that jazz. Hold on, hun, we're gonna bunny hug. I bought some aspirin down at United Drug in case you shake up hard and want a brand new start to do that.
Let's go, babe.
But I didn't even meet your friend, that manager guy.
Don't worry, Roxy. It's all taken care of.
You told him about me?
Yeah, kid. It's all arranged.
Find a flask, we're playing fast and loose, and all that jazz. Right up here is where I store the juice, and all that jazz. Come on, babe, we're gonna brush the sky. I bet you lucky Lenny never flew so high, 'cause in the stratosphere, how could he lend an ear to all that jazz? Jazz. Oh, she's gonna shimmy till her gutters break, and all that jazz. Oh, where the Parker Colonel. Oh.
Way back in my high school years, I first encountered jazz as a dance. So jazz music branched out into a dance. So there are dance studios offering jazz dance lessons, and at the same time jazz music using the most popular instrument for jazz, the saxophone. Here in Nueva Caceres, I just saw a tutorial class announcement on how to play saxophone. So, would I indulge in it? Maybe later.
What jazz are you talking about?
This has been your blogger Irano Alcala, and this is my vlog about jazz, how it started and how it developed up to the present generation of millennials.
Say it again, Fred.
You're a star, kid. My little shooting star.